Hello, and I welcome you all to my YouTube channel Logical Upgradation. In this video and episode of Logical Upgradation, I will be focusing on CBSE, Central Board of Secondary Education. This academic board is in lot of political and social controversy and debate since it has announced its decision to reduce, rationalize and cut short the syllabus nearly up to 30% for class 9th to 12th. So let us examine and let us discuss in detail what exactly has caused this political and social row on this decision instead of academic. First thing first, the Central Board of Secondary Education has decided to reduce the syllabus, as I said earlier, up to 30%. Well, the CBSE is saying that we are reducing the syllabus, we are cut shorting the syllabus to make the burden of children easier. It is one point of argument on behalf of the CBSE and board. On the contrary, there are many opposition voices too, who are saying that the sudden decision is selective and political. The sudden trimming, the sudden reduction is not only purely academic, but it has a lot of potential political color attached to it. So let us see in detail, let us discuss in detail. So what exactly the opposition voices are saying, whether they have merit in their opposition or not, whether the CBSE has merit in its claim and argument or not. I am going to do fair justice to both the sides, and I am not going to jump to any conclusion that which side is right and which side is not right. So it is up to the viewers to decide whether the CBSE has done the right thing or the oppositions are saying the right thing. So let us start with the debate of today's topic. So as per policy, the CBSE board has decided to rationalize or reduce the CBSE of 10th and 12th to nearly up to 30% of its present syllabus for the next academic year, that is 2023. However, many educationists and socialists have raised their alarm and concern and registered their voices against this sudden and selective trimming, quote unquote sudden and selective trimming of subjects. Many saying that the said changes are not just academic, but it has lot of political potential colors attached to it. From class 10 social science syllabus, the CBSE has dropped one chapter, that is impact of globalization on agricultural, from food security chapter. So nobody has raised lot of made a lot of fuss about this trimming or reduction, but going further, the selection of topic which the board has decided to cut short have begun lot of political storming. From exclusion of two poems written by Faiz Ahmad Faiz, probably one of the greatest modern day poet in Pakistan, and he has been awarded by the highest civilian award of Pakistan, that is Nishane-e-Pakistan. So he born around 1911 and he died, if my memory serves me right, around 1984. So he has written a lot of political poem in his tenure. Those poems are a lot of political in nature, and the Faiz Ahmad Faiz wrote those poems especially in opposition to register his voice against the dictators and military operation in Pakistan. So the CBSE has decided to exclude two poems written by the said poet Faiz Ahmad Faiz. One of the poem, that is Hum Dekhenge, it has been this poem was lot in news during CAA protesters and many protesters against government policies. The protesters of government policies have used this poem, have recited this poem Hum Dekhenge in order to register their protest and voice while protesting. So the board has decided to exclude these two poems from syllabus. Many literary persons have said that this has got nothing to do with protest, and they are voicing their register, complaining their voices against the said exclusion. If I suppose to go further, the chapter on democracy and diversity, this too has been excluded from syllabus. In this chapter of democracy and diversity, this chapter has elaborately discussed on inequalities, social inequalities, injustice caused to the backward sections of society and many social movements. So probably the board, maybe I am not saying it's my personal opinion, you have got all the liberty to differ with me. Maybe the board is of the opinion that let us erase or let us hide the dark side of Indian social history. So in an attempt to that, the board is trimming to a substantial level the democracy and diversity chapter. In that chapter, it has been elaborately discussed about the social inequalities which were and to some extent are in existence in Indian society. Going further, as far as class 11th is concerned, they have cut short the topic called Central Islamic Lands, how Islam spread in Central Africa and Asia and its impact on socio-economics. So this chapter also has been a subject of trimming and reduction. The next point of exclusion by board is that Mughal courts have also been a subject matter of great deal of reduction and exclusion. If I suppose to go further, the next important chapter which the board has decided to reduce, that is NAM, non-alignment movement during the Cold War. Since 1945 to 1991, there used to be a Cold War between the then USSR, that is presently Russia, and United States of America, under the ideology of capitalism, USA, and under the ideology of socialism, communism rather, USSR. So since 1945 to 1991, there existed a Cold War, and during that time India decided not to be a member of any group, that is under America group, capitalism, or USSR group, that is communism. So India has decided to abstain to a great deal and extent that we are not part of any camp or group. Hence India was a pioneer to this movement, that is non-alignment movement. And I fail to understand why the board had decided to exclude this chapter, because if you want to study in detail the foreign policy of India, this non-alignment movement plays a crucial role and part to it. Unless and until you study the NAM movement, non-alignment movement, it is very difficult for you to understand our foreign policy. The said change has taken place at a time when the USA and Western world is pressurizing India to a great deal and extent that you should be an active part and member of Western bloc. So many have raised their concerns and eyebrows whether the board has done the said changes under the West lobby or not. So I don't see any valid justification from any corner or any point by the board member or government side that what has caused the exclusion to NAM movement. So if I suppose to sum up my argument about the changes the CBSE board has done to its syllabus by cut shorting 30%. So this has caused a lot of political and social matter of debate, and opposition members are saying that the said board has done the changes not for academic purpose but certainly for political and social purpose. So both the sides have more or less merit to their side of argument. So I leave it to the viewer's discretion to take whether the board has done the right thing or not, whether the opposition have any merit in their opposition or not. So I leave it to the discretion of viewers too. And if you have any suggestions to my video, and if you find any objection to my video, you are at liberty to leave a feedback in comment box. This is it for the day. Thank you.